guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Letitia and this is That's So Letitia. And to all of my new viewers, supporters, and subscribers, welcome guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy the content. And to all of my returning viewers, supporters, and subscribers, welcome back guys. As always, it is a pleasure to see you. Without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So I did a thing and ended up at Sephora, whoop-de-doo, but now I'm gonna share those things with you guys. It's Saturday, I was out hanging out at my favorite spot, which is the District. And of course, Sephora just so happened to be there. I ran across actually somebody tagged me in a post about a particular makeup product and inquired if I was going to get it and review it. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It was not even on my radar, right? But when they tagged me and then I looked it up, I'm like, that might be fun. So it's in here. And let's just get started. So I have prepped my skin. I did a very light skincare regimen. Please, not too much on my face. It's that time of the month. My HRT, it's doing what it needs to do, but yet these breakouts are still happening. I'm just a girl who have some acne happening right now. But we're going to jump ahead, and I'm first going to use the One Size Secure the Sweat Primer. I'm not going to use the Nessa. I know, right? Shock. Very much so shock. I just want to use a different primer. Me and Danessa Myricks, we still go together real bad, but I just wanted to try something different. I mean, if you're like me and you have tons of makeup just everywhere, at some point you have to start rotating, right? And I only keep makeup products and beauty like skincare and hair care products if it makes sense, if it actually worked for me. If it's gross, I'm throwing it out. I'll do a review and I may tell you guys this is not the one, or I am going to tell you guys this is not the one, and if I don't take it back, I'm throwing it away. So it's like at this point, let's start kind of rotating, right? Some of the things. Let's rotate some of the things. Color correcting is by Fenty Beauty. This is in shade Pumpkin. Very appropriate for this season, wouldn't you say? A little bit of Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'R Mattifying Face Primer in shade Nutmeg, which just kind of helps cover the orange toned color corrector, so that we're not an orange mess when we apply our foundation. And now for foundation, this is by Filt'R. This one is the Mask Fit All Cover Cushion Matte Foundation in shade 43N, which is Deep Cocoa. I don't know guys, I have really been trying to come out of warm toned makeup, like complexion products. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because according to so many different skin analysis, I am warm. I mean, I don't know. I feel like sometimes the tones can be too warm. So now I've been finding myself kind of gravitating towards neutrals, or like warm neutrals, of which I haven't found many that I like or that make sense. But yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of cool on warm toned, just because it makes me look orange. Like what the hell, right? But again, according to all of the analysis that I've done them at my dermatologist, I've done them at Sephora. I mean, who has not had their color match done at Sephora? And everybody is coming up with warm. I'm like, can I at least get olive? And they're like, no, warm undertones. So yeah, that's why I went with this one, because I'm like, I'm gonna find me a neutral that makes sense for me, okay? And now for concealer, going into my goodie bag. I've been seeing this concealer all over the place and I was intrigued. So I went in, I purchased it, and we are going to try it out. It's not new, at least it didn't appear to be new, but it appears to be a good one. And if it's anything like the foundation, oh, it's definitely a keeper. I'm talking about the Estée Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer. See, now that frightens me because I tend to let my concealer dry down a bit. What is the order that I want to use this in? Because if they're saying it stays in place, my concealer has to marinate a little bit. So I normally do 2 concealers. So how's about I start off with my concealer that can marinate for a few minutes. This is by Juvia's Place. This is in shade number 11. This will always be a absolute favorite concealer of mine. Why? It is amazing. Like, I cannot stress that enough. This foundation or this concealer, oh my gosh. When I first got really like, okay, I'm going to embarrass myself for a while doing my makeup on on camera until I learn how to do my makeup. This was the concealer that was just like, come on in, baby. We are beginner friendly. Come on in. There's no judgment here. And I've been loving this ever since. So I've been using this concealer for like, about 7 years. Yeah, about seven years now. And it's never done me wrong. Love this concealer down. So this is the one that I know I can move around, manipulate, do what it is that I need to do. So we're going to use her first. And now I'm just blending out the concealer. I am also wiping it across my entire lid space so that I can have a base for my eyeshadow. And now I'm going to go in with the Double Wear concealer. Since this one I hear it's kind of a one and done, so they're like, when you apply it, that's where it's going to be. I like the shade. This one is more closer to what my foundation shade is for Double Wear. Is this 6W? Yeah, I think mine's is like 6W1. So this is cute. Not too much down there. And then we're just going to blend it out. And now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced. This is like a bronzer stick. Oh my gosh. Note to self, make a eye appointment this week. Oh my word. Okay, this one is the Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick in shade Chocolate Mocha. When I tell you, honey, my eyes are like, yeah, you are reaching that time in your life and I am not ready for it. Thank God I like wearing glasses, like for sport, because if I was not a glasses girl, I would be upset. I wear glasses, but I feel like at this point in the game, my prescription has changed drastically. Yeah, it couldn't have came at a better time because I've been looking at I want to say it's like the second or third version of the Meta glasses. The ones I have, they're cool and all, but the new ones have a screen in the lens. So you can see like Google, you can see like your text messages, you can literally see it like in the lens. And what I mean by lens, like it shows up here at the bottom, right? Nobody else can see it, but apparently you can. And I am digging that. I'm such a nerd when it comes to technology. Blame my dad. So yeah, when I go get my eyes tested, and I already know they're gonna be like, yeah, you need a new prescription. Okay, cool. Let's discuss these Metas. I'm hoping they can put your prescription in them though. The consensus is still out on that because they're so new. For blush, I'm going to use One Size Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio. This is Rich Bitch. This is what it looks like. And since we are still kind of applying wet products, I'm going to use the cream blush. I like these because then you can set it with its own like powder version. Love that. And now I'm just going to begin to set. I'm going to use Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. This is my own combo. Okay, we have Kunafa and we have cinnamon bun, and we're just going to mix the girls and see what we get. Y'all be proud of me. Somebody in the comments tell me y'all proud of me, because when I went to Sephora, girl, they almost got me. They almost got me. I was almost ready to risk it all and buy one of their, what do they call them? Like the correcting and brightening duos. I was right there, and I had to take a step back. Now, I said a few videos ago, I did not see myself buying it because I got Huda Beauty at home. But what almost got me was the duo that they had for deep complexions. It's called Pumpkin Pie or Pink Pumpkin. This one is Pink Velvet Cookie, which is a deep rosy pink, and Pumpkin Pie, which is a deep salmon peach. And I'm like, oh, hold on. I thought I had all the shades. And I mean, we should have known. I should have known better. Maybe you guys knew already that Huda Beauty was not just going to take her already, you know, shades or whatever and just put them in a duo. Like, okay, here you guys, if you have, you know, Cherry Blossom and you have Kunafa, now they're going to be merged, right? I mean, make it make sense. But apparently that was my impression. And when I saw the new duo, I'm like, or the new shades, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should get that. But nope, I held my own. I said, we got Huda Beauty at home, baby. And I walked out and I didn't buy it. So proud of me. For powder bronzer, this is Mahogany by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I feel like that was another reason I wanted to try and go more neutral, is because other products like my bronzer and sometimes my setting powder, like they all were super warm anyway. So it helped to kind of warm my face up a little bit too much, and I don't like that. So using a neutral or a more neutral leaning foundation at times, and then applying all of my other products on top, like it balances it out. I don't know if this works for everybody else, but right now it's working for me. I'm so looking forward to my winter shade, because I am so over being like 2 shades lighter on my neck than on my face. Like, yes, come on, bring the paleness, right? Oh, now I'm going to go back in with the one size, and this time I'm going to use the powder. And for those of you who probably didn't catch the name, this one is Rich Bitch in the Cheek Clapper 3D Cheek Blush Trio. First spray down, this is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Get her sprayed down. Okay. Ooh. All right. Shout out to my wind tunnel. Yes, this is what hot flashes do for you, okay? I know. I had the little cutesy wootsy little hand. Baby, please, it was like blowing my breath on myself. After a while, I had to step my game up. Yes, this is my baby, okay? And I'm afraid, because now that one is starting to feel like the air is very minuscule. It's very small. I don't know. This change of life. I need a refund. That's all I'm gonna say. But anywho, now we're going to move on to our eyeshadow. Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Embers. Tomato. This is the newest eyeshadow 9-pan palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one has a mixture of mattes, shimmers, and I dare say let me pull it up. Let me get my notes together. See, I was wrong. Mattes and metallics. Says a essential mini eyeshadow collection featuring 9 full pigmented shades, from warm neutrals to rich, bold tones and matte and metallic finishes. Okay, let's see here. This palette retails for $32. Picked her up from Sephora. This is the palette that I got tagged in, like, hey, are you picking this up? What are your thoughts on it? Are you going to review it? And to be such a super intimate channel and still have somebody like, you know, tag me like, hey, I want your opinion. What do you think? Are you gonna buy this? I thought that was so sweet. She's a creator, bigger creator, you know, than myself, but I really appreciate her looking out for me like that. And of course, I had to pick it up. I am first going to go in with this shade here. And I'm going to apply using my Morphe M504 brush. I'm going to apply it to the area that is otherwise known as people's crease. I don't have a crease. Moving on. Now this one could be used as a transition shade, depending on, I guess, how heavy you layer it, how deep your complexion is. So let's see. I mean, ABH is known for producing great pigmented shades. They've had some moments where it just wasn't hitting, but I mean, with ABH, they're one of the first, I want to say, depending on your pockets and your price point, I would say they're one of the first semi-luxury makeup, like eyeshadow brands that I fell in love with. Prior to them, I was more or less like a NYX or NYX kind of girl, and I couldn't quite figure out for the life of me like why the shades were not giving, right? You were seeing one color in the pan, and then when you would apply them on your face at the time, it just, you know. And then when I found out about ABH outside of their brow wiz and their brow pomade, I'm like, oh, this is what I was missing, because I had given up on eyeshadows until I heard about ABH. I would just review like foundations and skincare and stuff like that on my channel, but apparently me and eyeshadow don't like my eyes. Like, that was my thing until I found out about them, and then that opened the door for me to explore other brands like Pat McGrath and Morphe and Danessa, not Danessa at the time, but Natasha Denona, and you know, all of the different brands. At the time, we even had Uma Beauty. Yeah, so it gave me more of a segue into like more properly pigmented shadows, and from there I've been hooked. And if I didn't mention Huda as well. Okay, that's cute. It's showing up. I see you. I see you. And now I'm going to take this one. In full transparency, I swatched them in the store. Although swatching on your hand, it can appear a whole lot different than on the actual eye. But again, do y'all see that pigment? Like ABH, they almost never miss when it comes to shadows. Almost. But yeah, I knew that brown was going to be fire because I tried it in the store when I went to do my in-store pickup today, and I was like, oh, okay. I like that. That is cute. Hold on, you guys close up. Okay. Yep, that is cute. I'm gonna start off with a, ooh, oh no, not you, honey. You gotta be washed. I'm going to try and start off using a dry brush. This is a Eco Tools like shade brush. I want to use this shade here. Let's see. Yep, it's cute. Oh, That is cute. And this is dry. Now, obviously, if you want it more dramatic, you can wet your brush. This is cute. Yep. Now, mind you, I have not played in the other shades, but I'm going to go on a limb and say this is not a, oh my God, I need to hurry up and run out and buy it. But do keep in mind, the brands are trying to get a little bit more travel friendly. This is reminiscent of the Huda Beauty 9-pan palettes that they've been doing for a while. So it's not a, oh my God, I'm not gonna live if I don't have this. Oh yes, that is cute. It's not that, it's not giving that, but I'm just saying, if you went out and you got this, wouldn't be mad at you. Now, are there any groundbreaking colors? I mean, I don't see like a unicorn color in here, something to that extent, but this is good. And I mean, the pigment is there. I'm not one, I know there's some of us that they do like the heavy shadow. I'm not that girl. I'm just not. I have my moments, but on a regular, even makeup in real life, I'm not that heavy on like layering and layering and layering. Give me 1 or 2 layers. If the pigment is there, the pigment is there. If it's not, I need to move on to another palette or another brand. This is cute. I like this a lot. Now moving on to lips. You heard that rustling, yes. I'm going back into my bag. Now, this is the last product that I bought from Sephora today, I promise. This I wanted for a while, but when I tell y'all, it's been sold out. The shade that I originally wanted today was even sold out. So I had to do what I had to do. I'm like, I'm not leaving empty-handed. I'm gonna buy something. This is Sephora, so what is the closest shade I can get to what I'm looking for? What I am talking about, this is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Stain. This is a lip tint. I have been eyeing this. The girls are all in love with it, and I'm like, I have FOMO. I need my own, right? So the shade that I was able to manage to get is Toasted Brown. The shade that I originally wanted was, let me see. And a thing about the girls at Sephora, they're like, oh, we can order it for you. No, you can't, because if it's not in stock, them dogs are ghetto. I hope y'all can't hear them. But the thing for me is, if it's not in stock, we not doing the whole, oh, well, we can order it. I don't want you to order it. I could have did that myself. I want it in my hand the moment I walk out the door, right? So the color was warm brown, which is labeled as a burnt brown. It was very pretty. Toasty brown is a caramel brown. Now this one is supposed to be a lip stain lip liner hybrid that is smudge proof, kiss proof, and transfer proof for 12 hours. Okay, and apparently it can dry out. So why the hell am I talking? And I should be applying it. Oh, and if you don't know, it's $25. So let me get to applying this so I can put the top back on. Okay, so that is that. I was playing with the idea literally in my head just now of like, do I want to apply it all over, or do I want to use it as a liner? We're going to use it as a liner today. And let's see, what lipstick do I want to use with it? This is MAC This is Hodgepodge. All right, guys, so this is the final look. Off camera, I applied some strip lashes. It feels so good to be back wearing strip lashes. I promise it does. I took a break from them for a while just because I just felt like at the time, like it added on to the time it took me to do my makeup, plus with hooded lids. Sometimes, depending on the lash I wear, my makeup can kind of be hidden behind them, but not this look. So happy I put them on. They are by, let's see. They are by Ardell. These are called Naked Lashes. The style is 424. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My thoughts on this one. Again, ABH gets it right. They've had a handful of times with their eyeshadows that I was like, what is that? This is not that time. Do with that information what you will. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are here, like at this point in the video and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing, sticking around and seeing what all the fun is about whenever I do upload. And if you are a subscriber, I know, YouTube is not pushing my videos. It is what it is. But when they get right and act right, they will. So make sure if you are subscribed that you click the notification bell so that you are notified when they start notifying you. Guys, as always, in the description box below is going to be a complete list of all things used to achieve this look. You all be well, stay safe, limit your news exposure. It is what it is. What can we do, right? And while you are limiting your news exposure, make sure to exercise self-care. It is not a privilege, but a necessity. Make sure to check on your strong friends after you check in with yourself. And until next time, we shall chat again soon.